Is there a heaven?
I knew that the first person I saw was Jesus. He was wearing white robes with a purple sash, and he just came down nicely and gracefully.
Well, Dad, Jesus has markers. Dad, Jesus has markers. I didn't know what he meant, so I finally asked the right question. Colton, where are Jesus' markers? And he drops his toys down, he stands up, and he just points, Dad, they were right here. He takes his fingers, points to the palms, then he bends over and touches the tops of his feet and looks up to me. That's where Jesus' markers were, Dad.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Rosa here of Splat Communications. Before we start, may we request everyone to subscribe, follow, like and share the videos. We are pleased to inform you that our channel is open for memberships. Members have special perks like exclusive content and one-on-one meetings and a lot more. Please support. Thank you.
Magandang araw po sa lahat, Wina po ng Splat Communications. Ang ating video sa araw na ito ay kakaiba sa karaniwan dahil sa ngayon ay Semana Santa. Ang inyo pong mapapanood ay halaw sa tunay na buhay ng dalawang bata na si Colton Burpo, 4 na taong gulang at Akiane Kramarik 8 taong gulang noong mga panahon na yun. Ito ay mula sa pelikulang Heaven is for Real. Ang ating istorya ay ikot sa tunay na anyo at larawan ng ating Panginoong Hesukristo.
I could see the doctors working on me, and I could see my parents in separate rooms, and I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. But then I was sitting on Jesus' lap, and he had the angels sing to me. And after he calmed me down, he had one of the angels fly me to heaven. With Jesus, he had brown hair, a brown beard. He had beautiful bluish green eyes, and he had a smile brighter than any that I've ever seen. And in heaven, what he'd be doing is he'd be walking around, talking with people, being with people.
Akiane Kramarik, one of the things in the movie, she's a Lithuanian American. Her parents were atheists. She'd never been to church a day in her life. And her experience is very, very different from Colton's. Jesus started visiting her in visions and dreams, okay? So she never had a near-death experience. She never almost died. And she's just proof that God has all kinds of ways to reach people, amen? And here's Jesus. I still believe you need to know Jesus, but Jesus is fortunately not limited to our resources and just our methods to reach people. And here he is speaking with, talking to this little girl who's obviously an incredible artist, and at age 8, paints that painting.
One of my earliest visions kept on returning to my mind, but I knew it was impossible for me to paint it. I wanted to try anyway. For many months, I searched everywhere looking for the right face, but I somehow knew I could not find it on my own. So one morning, I decided to pray the whole day, that a model would be brought right to our front door. The very next day at noon, the doorbell rang. One of our acquaintances stopped by to introduce her friend to me. She thought that maybe I would find his features suitable for my art. Standing almost 7 feet tall, stranger not only closely resembled one of my recurrent memories of Jesus, but he was a real carpenter. I was speechless and humbled. After 40 hours of painting, I couldn't move a finger. 40 hours felt like 40 years. There was still so much left to paint, but I was too drained to go on, and I had to stop. We shipped the original to one art agent for an exhibition, but he decided to steal the portrait. Unexpectedly, Jesus became a hostage. The painting was later sold for virtually nothing. I was never able to see my original Principice again. Over the years, I painted different periods in Jesus' life. But my grief over the loss of my favorite portrait never lessened.
We're about to see Principice painting that I haven't seen since I was 9 years old. As you can tell, I'm really nervous. And I don't get nervous that often, but this is probably one of the most nervous times of my life. No, I never thought that was possible. This is be memorable for me. You can see my hands are really shaking. My hands are really sweating right now. I wanted specifically him to look at the person looking at her. And I think the reason why I wanted to do the eyes this way was because I wanted him to speak to the person. Whoever's looking at him, almost like a personal conversation, an intimate conversation that only the person looking at can understand.
Sa edad na 23, sinubukan niyang ulitin ang kanyang painting na Prince of Peace at pinangalan ng The Divine Commission. Ito ang kanyang kwento.
And was blown away by the unexpected answer. Despite all of my doubts, I took out a linen canvas and started painting my vision. I knew it was going to be an enormous challenge, because all I could see was half of the image. I had no idea when the complete face would be revealed, or how long the fine details would remain in my sight. On Christmas Eve, I woke up from a nightmare that my portrait got completely destroyed. I rushed to my studio and what I noticed alarmed me. The shadow side was lifeless. It was as if there was a mysterious veil covering half of the face, stopping me from painting any further. No matter how much I tried removing the veil or painting over it, I just couldn't do it. Many weeks passed by, but there was still no life in the shadow. I was devastated. I could not eat or sleep. I could not even talk with anyone for a month. All my efforts to finish the painting were futile. I had given everything I had to this painting, but it still wasn't enough. I was painting the impossible. I was losing hope, and I was about to abandon the divine commission. After 1,000 hours of this relentless battle, one morning something miraculous happened. For a very brief time, I got to see the full vision. I began working round the clock until finally the veil disappeared and the portrait came to life. All these years, God was waiting for me to grow so I could fully understand and paint the most powerful message to mankind. The message of unwavering faith, unconditional love, and eternal life.